Understanding the Recruiting Process, a step-by-step guide for HR pros. Hey everyone, welcome back. This channel, we break down big HR concepts into clear, practical steps you can use every day. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Today, we're diving into one of the most important functions in human resources, the recruiting process. Whether you're brand new to HR or brushing up on your skills, this guide will walk you through the entire hiring process. Let's jump in. Understanding the recruiting process. The recruiting process isn't just posting a job and waiting for resumes. It's a full life cycle designed to attract, evaluate, and hire the right talent. Here are the key elements of the life cycle: workforce planning, job posting, sourcing, screening, interviewing, selection, offer, and then we move to onboarding. Step 1, workforce planning. Before any job gets posted, HR and leadership work together on something called workforce planning, and this is truly the foundation of successful recruiting. Workforce planning is a strategic process that ensures your organization has the right people with the right skills in the right roles at the right time. It prevents reactive hiring and helps the company stay aligned with long-term goals. First, you will want to analyze the current workforce capacity. This means reviewing existing team structures, identify skill gaps, evaluate performance trends, understand turnover patterns. This tells you where you stand before deciding where you need to go. Next, you will want to forecast future needs. This means anticipated growth or expansion, new products, services, or markets, technology or automation changes, budget constraints. Forecasting helps predict what roles will be essential in 6, 12, or even 24 months. Now it's time to determine hiring priorities. Not every vacancy is equal. Workforce planning clarifies which roles are urgent, which can be delayed, which may be part-time, temporary, or contract, whether internal mobility is a better solution than external hiring. And we can't forget, collaborate with hiring managers. HR partners with department leaders to confirm job expectations, required skills, potential team impacts, and budget alignment. This prevents mismatches, unclear job descriptions, and rushed, low-quality hires. The output of workforce planning is a clear recruiting roadmap, including hiring timelines, sourcing strategies, and the specific competencies needed to support the business goals. When workforce planning is done right, the rest of the recruiting process becomes faster, smoother, and far more effective. Once you know what your organization needs, the next crucial step is crafting a strong job description. This is more than a list of tasks. It's a marketing tool, a communication tool, and a compliance tool all in one. Think of your job description as the candidate's first impression of your company. A clear and compelling description helps you attract better applicants, reduce confusion during interviews, and minimize turnover later. Start by writing a clear, search-friendly job title. Choose titles candidates actually search for. Avoid overly creative titles, things like rockstar, ninja, guru. Include the level when relevant, so senior, lead, associate. Think of it this way: if no one searches for your job title, no one likely applies. Next, you will want to craft a strong, inclusive summary. Use 2 to 3 sentences to explain what the role does, why it matters, and what success looks like. This could be what the team does, who the role reports to, the purpose of the role. Use inclusive language. Avoid jargon or terms like young, energetic, or anything that hints at bias. Now you will want to outline key responsibilities. This is where you communicate what the job actually involves on a day-to-day basis. Use action verbs like manage, coordinate, develop. Focus on results, not just tasks. And keep it realistic. Don't list 30 responsibilities where important things get lost. And remember, a job description should describe a job, not an entire department. Define required versus preferred qualifications. Split them into two categories to avoid scaring off great candidates. Required qualifications are must-have skills, essential experience, certifications, or licenses. Preferred qualifications are nice-to-have skills, additional tech tools, or industry experience. Studies show women and underrepresented groups may hesitate to apply unless they meet 100% of requirements. Separating qualifications increases the diversity of your applicant pool. Include salary range and benefits when appropriate. Salary transparency builds trust, increases qualified applications, and aligns expectations early. Benefits to highlight include healthcare and wellness perks, hybrid remote flexibility, professional development, PTO and holidays, company culture perks. And last, add a clear, friendly call to action. End with a simple line inviting candidates to apply and telling them what to expect next, like timelines or interview stages. Once you have a complete and thorough job description, you will then need to post it. This is where jobs go live on your careers page, job boards, university portals, and industry forums. Meanwhile, recruiting proactively sources candidates through networking, referrals, and talent pools. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful recruiting platforms today, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is more than a job board. It's a full professional ecosystem for sourcing, branding, outreach, and candidate engagement. Optimize your company page. Showcase culture, benefits, and employee stories. Update banners and branding. Post regularly to build visibility. Use LinkedIn Jobs and LinkedIn Recruiter tools. Target skills, titles, experience, and location. Review insights on applicant trends. Use recommended matches for faster sourcing. Also use proactive sourcing. Search for candidates using Boolean strings and filter by skills, industry, and open to work signals. Personalized outreach can also be an effective tool, but be sure to keep messages short and genuine. Reference a specific part of the candidate's profile. Share why the role fits their strengths. And also focus on employer branding content. Share culture posts, employee highlights, behind-the-scenes videos, and team achievements. This builds long-term talent pipelines. In today's market, mastering LinkedIn isn't optional. It is essential. In this next step, the recruiter plays a crucial role of screening resumes and conducting the initial screening. Once applicants come in, recruiters screen for alignment with job requirements, work history, skills, and relevant achievements. Then, the initial interview helps assess communication style, skill fit, salary expectations, and candidate motivation. If the applicant makes it past the initial recruiter screening, then they move to the hiring manager and panel interviews. These interviews dive deeper into technical ability, problem solving, behavioral competencies, and team fit. Structured questions create fairness and consistency throughout this process. Then, depending on the role, assessments may take place. This could be skill tests, projects, or personality assessments. Always be sure you're within legal guidelines for the location to perform these assessments. Once these steps are complete, HR, along with the hiring managers, align on the final candidate based on skills, fit, and team needs. An offer package is prepared covering salary, benefits, bonuses, and start date. Typically, the recruiter or the hiring manager will then present the offer to the candidate. Once the candidate accepts, the whole onboarding process is kicked off. And that is your overview of the recruiting process from HR. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.